This is Gerald Turvanwas. It's a very good idea to present vegetables as words and as letter combinations as an example how letters are followed as a kind of instruction that tells you in which direction to go to, or how something is formed. In the case of a vegetable, it is about something that is formed, so of course these letters should also describe the same thing. My theory says that every letter has a very specific position of realization that it also gives you, that this is about a certain way to describe the object or subject, what it is describing with these letters. There are three kinds of focuses which you have there in my scheme at the right, and now we will investigate the word of komkommer, which is or cucumber, which is in Dutch a word which repeats the first part, kom, which almost confuses me a little bit because it's not happening in English that way, but it is not written as komkommer but as cucumber. And words describe things, and sometimes in a different language, also differently for a reason. And I will go just slightly into that subject as well in this video. It is a very interesting word because it describes the object, but it's not immediately obvious for people who, for instance, are confronted with my theory the first time. It will not be obvious to see, like, okay, but what kind of a description is going on in this word, because every word with letters is a description. So our focus from cucumber is with the C and the U, and it's best that I give you these positions or explain these positions a little bit better. The first 9 letters are about a real focus upon an object. So it will be focusing upon the object itself, in which I have here the position of A, which is the middle focus, the immediate focus. Outside there is the letter U, where the material grows further. And this is a bit an irregular process, so it just says, okay, it's there in that region. I can't keep my focus in the middle because I'm distracted. I'm distracted because something is forming there. At the borders, at the edges, there is the letter C. So that means that my focus moved toward the borders. So, and the numerical order says it has number 3, so it is focusing via the number 3 with even more attention to these borders. So I will start from the borders. So that means that the form that I'm looking at will be defined by its borders. So it's C and U. C followed by U, so I start from the border, I start from the shell, let's say, and I go towards what is going on inside, what is forming itself inside. In Dutch it was with the M immediately, so I thought also that English should have been the same, like komkommer, but it's not. It's also a bit weird that with this repetition, but it's cucumber, as if it also gives it a little bit more time to develop, because M is immediately materializing itself further. So materializing, immediately accumulating also the material, thanks to that that not repeating the letter M in English. It gives the material also a little bit more time to develop. U is about slow development, but it's immediately focusing upon the material. The O in the Dutch thing is immediately focusing on the time process. So it is about time process. So it can immediately focus on the M, the materialization in the time process, which is materialized further, and so on. In English, no, it makes a Q, almost like, yeah, so you have the Q, something will be formed from outside, and then when it describes it further, what will be there? There will be a materialization process going on there. So in the followed by that process that will take a little bit time as well. So the Q will give it a little bit more time that something of material will be formed inside and will accumulate there as well. The B and the R is that pressing out of form. Let's say the R is connecting itself to the environment, so it is taking the time to develop into the environment, and it gives a little bit kind of material sense what kind of material we have here that is going to be formed after a while and so on, after a certain time and so on. It gives you already an impression of this brr, of the way how the material itself looks like, or how it is formed, or what kind of form it gets, and so on. So this brr, is that also part of the description, gives it a little bit more time where it is materialized, and together it's a very good description of the cucumber. You could add also the directions as well to realize that, but of course realize also that C and U, the directions in there are more background directions, where the forward direction is more confirmation, where the vertical directions are more about highlighting something. So don't focus on the directions too much. The first 9 letters are about positions mostly. And together then of course you get the cucumber form, and that is described quite well in the word and how the letters are given an order with it. I hope this was clear enough. You can give yourself more preparation via the books, via the Facebook page, by the website where I have previous videos as well. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like and want to learn it, also to recognize letters in words. I have plenty of demonstrations for that. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.